Welcome, everyone. Today's episode is all about mastering the 50 most common English questions. Why do these matter so much for language learners, Rose?
Great question, Jack. These basic questions are the building blocks of conversation. Whether you're traveling, making friends, or working, you'll hear and use them daily. Practicing them helps reduce hesitation and builds confidence.
Exactly. And by training with real-life examples, you'll develop automatic responses just like native speakers do. Let's dive in and see how interactive practice can transform your fluency.
Absolutely. Think of these questions as keys to unlocking any conversation. The more you practice, the more fluent and natural you'll sound in any setting.
Let's start with introductions. Questions like what's your name or where are you from are universal icebreakers. How should learners approach answering them naturally?
Keep it simple and direct. For example, my name is Sarah, or I'm from Brazil. It's important to say these clearly, since first impressions count. Also, try adding a detail, like your city or region, to make it more engaging.
That's a great tip. And if you're shy, practicing in front of a mirror can help you sound more confident. These basics set the tone for the rest of your conversation.
Exactly. Remember, these questions appear everywhere in interviews, classrooms, or when meeting new people. Mastering them is your first step to fluent self-introduction.
Next up, questions about your mood, like how are you today? Some learners struggle to go beyond just I'm fine. What are some native-like ways to respond?
Mix it up. You could say, I'm doing great, thanks for asking, or I'm a bit tired, but excited for the weekend. Adding a reason or detail makes your answer feel genuine, and it often leads to a deeper conversation.
Right. And using different adjectives like fantastic, pretty good, or not too bad helps you sound more natural. Plus, it shows you understand the subtleties of English.
And don't forget, responding with a question like, how about you? Keeps the conversation flowing smoothly. It's a simple trick that encourages the other person to share.
Let's move to preferences. Questions like, do you like coffee or tea? Why do these matter so much in everyday English?
They reveal your personality and help you connect with others. Instead of just yes or no, try saying, I prefer tea in the morning, but I love coffee in the afternoon. This kind of detail invites further discussion.
Exactly. And if you're unsure, it's okay to say, I don't really drink either, but I love hot chocolate. This keeps the conversation open and friendly.
Plus, sharing your preferences shows you're engaged. It's a subtle way to steer topics toward your interests, which can make conversations more enjoyable and memorable.
Now, let's practice questions about daily routines, like, what do you do in your free time? Why do native speakers use these so often?
Because they're easy ways to find common ground. For example, if you answer, I usually read or go for a walk, the other person might say, me too, or ask for book recommendations. It builds rapport instantly.
And mentioning specific activities like, I play tennis on weekends, helps the listener remember you. It can even lead to invitations or new friendships.
Exactly. Studies show that sharing hobbies early in a conversation makes you more relatable. It also gives your partner easy topics to continue chatting about, reducing awkward silences.
Let's transition to politeness. How do responses differ between formal and informal situations? For example, when someone asks, can you help me?
Great point. In formal settings, use phrases like, certainly, I'd be happy to help. For friends, you might say, sure, no problem. Matching your tone to the context is key for sounding natural and respectful.
And if you can't help, phrases like, I'm sorry, I wish I could, soften the refusal. That's crucial in English, where politeness often matters as much as the answer itself.
Exactly. Politeness strategies also include using please, thank you, and excuse me. These small words make your answers friendlier and show cultural awareness.
Let's talk about short answers. Why do native speakers often say, yes, I am, or no, I don't, instead of just yes or no?
This technique, called echoing, shows you understood the question and keeps the exchange smooth. For example, are you a student? Yes, I am. It's grammatically correct and feels complete, avoiding awkward pauses.
It also helps with listening skills. By repeating part of the question, you train your brain to pick up patterns in English. That's especially useful for beginners.
Absolutely. Plus, studies show that echoing improves memory retention for new grammar structures. It's a simple habit with big benefits for fluency.
Now, let's dive into pronunciation. How do intonation and word stress affect your answers, especially for questions like, where are you from?
Intonation is like the music of language. Stressing the right words, for example, I'm from Pakistan, makes your answer clearer and more engaging. Flat or monotone speech can sound robotic, while natural rise and fall signals confidence.
That's true. Practicing with audio examples or recording yourself can help you notice these patterns. Even small changes in pitch can make you sound more approachable and fluent.
Exactly. In fact, language learners who focus on intonation are 30% more likely to be understood, according to recent studies. It's a crucial skill for effective communication.
Let's shift to expanding your answers. How can learners go beyond basic facts to make conversations richer? For example, when asked, what's your favorite food?
Try adding reasons or stories. Instead of just saying pizza, you could say, my favorite food is pizza because it reminds me of family dinners on weekends. This gives your partner more to react to and makes the exchange memorable.
And if you're not sure, you might say, that's a tough question. I love trying new foods, but sushi is always a favorite. This shows personality and keeps the chat lively.
Exactly. Research shows that detailed answers increase conversation length and satisfaction. It's all about connecting with your listener, not just giving information.
Before we wrap up, how should learners practice these common questions to make progress stick?
Repetition is key. Use shadowing listen and repeat, right after a native speaker. Try recording your answers and comparing them to model responses. Also, use these questions in real-life settings like language exchanges or online chats.
And don't forget, practicing with a partner or even speaking to yourself boosts your speaking muscles. It's like training for a sport. Consistency matters.
Exactly. According to language acquisition studies, daily practice with real questions accelerates fluency more than grammar drills alone. So, keep these questions handy and use them often.
That brings us to the end of today's episode. Rose, what's your final advice for listeners looking to boost their English confidence?
Keep practicing, don't fear mistakes, and celebrate small wins. Consistency builds confidence, and every new answer you master is a step closer to fluency.
Thanks for joining us. Remember, these 50 questions are your toolkit for real-world English. Listen, repeat, and use them every day.
We hope you enjoyed practicing with us. Subscribe for more episodes, and keep speaking English boldly. Your progress starts with just one question.